Ooh, good evening, everybody. How's it going? Whew. We are here. I'm ready for some more racing. Monza first billing tonight, though, so... Ooh, this could be a doozy. We'll see. Let me get it all up and going, and then we can... We can get a feeler of what it's gonna be like. Get the multiplies up to 2. And away we go. Hoping there won't be too much, but I do apologize if you catch any background noise from the works going on in the room opposite mine. But hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. We'll see. But know that you'll be able to hear it anyways over the scraping and grinding of metal when we inevitably get murdered at Monza or commit murder ourselves. Alright. Oh no. Oh, you know what? Okay. That's way too early. It will just have enough gear to make it to the straight without, or the end of the straight without any crazy topping out, which is good. I must have myself worried for a second there. Okay, to keep up this curve. I think it's been a while since I've raced at Monza. I could be wrong though. We don't race here particularly often. I was going to say this is a track that needs a specific kind of car, but we're racing at Spa in the 2CVs after this, so I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure I believe my own words. Granted, the only reason I did Spa in the 2CV is because they do it in real life, and I thought it'd be funny, so... Also the first time we've raced Spa in a while, I think, so... Getting up the normie tracks and lesser conventional cars. At least racing. Which I think should be a bit of fun. First lap in the books here though with the Porsche, and it's not going too badly. Ooh, I braked too late. Runoff area of shame for me, I guess. Not feeling too bad around here though. I guess there's not many corners to get wrong, really. So... Brakes aren't as good as you think. Oh, fuck. Brakes aren't maybe as good as you think they'd be, though, on this thing. Something we will have to keep an eye out for during the race. Make sure I don't overcook it twice, like I have done this time. Big no-no. Unless I want to not only blow the corner, but also probably murder a couple of people. Then... Oh. Going way off here. Things like though. We might need a bit more fuel for this one. I'm not really sure. It stopped. Oh, bit of a slip on the exit. I just find it funny just how quiet this car is, though. Especially on the inside. Most cars usually drown out the background music. Push it to the background, but if anything I can hear the background music over the car, which is crazy. Even from the outside, it's not much louder. It's too much there. Oh, too much again. You can clip those curbs, but you gotta be so careful. Otherwise that happens. And yay, shit. We're off to a great start. Hopefully, though, it's not going to go as terribly as last night's race did for me, but that's a different story. It's more run on AC's physics model more than anything. Oh, I clipped the grass out a little bit. Okay. Something a bit more fine gauge biscuit. Oh, I feel like holding second might be better through there, though. This car is so unfriendly on the curbs. Just touch him and it wants to just exit stage left on you. The problem is, absolutely nailing these on some tracks is the faster route. Like there, you can just jump straight over that one. But its worth does become diminished when it's a bit of a toss-up as to whether or not it's gonna throw your car into lower Earth orbit or not. Finally, another proper completed lap. Second gear for there is definitely better. I boosted a bit too hard on the exit, but definitely the way to go. We are still burning fuel at a rate of knots, though. We'll need more. I think that's the idea I'm running at the moment. How much exactly? Who knows? But curve on the Lesmo is weird because the curve kind of dips in. The you've got that little bit of like extra patch just beyond it, so you kind of almost want to like bridge the wheel across to get onto that bit. Same here. Oh, be there, it's a bit easier. Unless you're in this car, then well, it's easy to hit, but it's hard. It's a dice roll whether or not the car wants to kill you afterwards or not. You probably try and play it a bit safe through there in the actual race. But in qualifying, I guess why not? Oh, 46.9. Shaved a lot of time off there. Okay, how much fuel are we gonna need? A full tank? No. Be silly. About 80 liters? Yeah, about 80, maybe 70. 75. Yeah, 75 could do us. Probably run like actually like 77 in the race or so. But I think we can definitely suffice with 75. Okay, I think it's almost race time, so let's back out of here and get into the actual session. Ah, too many windows. Online. Okay, it's not quite up yet. Gotta wait a bit more, it seems. But, this is gonna be an interesting one, that's for sure. Nothing else. Aha, there we go. We're up. Okay, cool. Where is AC? There it is. Okay. Setup is fixed. Huzzah. Everything is pretty fine though. Don't really have any complaints over the balance and the car. Not that I could really change much other than the brake bias, but brake bias seemed okay, so. On a car that doesn't kill you on the braking. Really? The heavy braking. It's not killing me, so. Well, not killing you on the heavy braking, it allows you to rotate nicely when you lift off as you bleed off the brakes. Which it's allowing me to do, so I can't really complain too much. there's going to be a lot of sideways moments through there, at least for me. I don't know how everyone else is going to be playing it. Oh no! Just a little too much throttle. God, just complete lack of steering walk on this car is insane. Really does reinforce the idea of not oversteering. So if you do in this thing, you ain't getting it back. That's for sure. Oh. You're lucky if you do. Lack of rotationness. Forever a treat. Doesn't like that corner at all. The exit of Ascari. Oh, overshot it. That's one corner. I definitely don't want to overshoot in the actual race though, because that will slaughter me with the penalty. So careful from here. What does he do? Just kind of die. Very peculiar car, this. Oh. What the hell? Almost hit like an invisible piece of geometry there. It just started spinning violently the other way. Alright, qualifying soon. For these guys to finish their laps. It's just Robert now, or Robert and Mattia. No, never mind. Right mix of tyre choices coming into qualifying here. Some soft, some mediums, some even still on the hards. Banking on the softs. We don't have a lot of time here, so pretty much just going to be making the best of what we have. Of course, the softs are going to give us a lot of nice and juicy grip, but they are pretty much only going to last this lap, really. Maybe one more after that, and then they'll be toast. So we'll have to see. Should give us the best traction, so should help me pick up a couple of temps here and there. Bit of better stopping power as well, I guess. Great, turn 1 and 2. Big snap. But we lived. Oh, the rears are starting to slide already. Crazy shit. 6-3. Get back in the pits. Shave a bit more fuel out and then get back out. See if I can get another run in. Can't come flying up behind me, so I'm just gonna. Oh, okay, he was finishing anyways. That's fine. Pulled by 5/10. Oh, someone's had a bit of a spin. Miko's saving his lap right to the end, or he doesn't want to qualify. Yeah, I don't think he has been qualifying so far. He has been starting from the back, so. Same with Mattia likely. Big run off the exit. Let's see what I can do. of rotation on X. It's crazy. Somehow slower. Oh my god. Even with the softest tire compound, this thing does not want to really rotate. You're about 10th up. Oh. It's throwing it basically all away. Still chances to get it back though. Bit of a sloppy lap this, but my original lap has not been superseded, so I'll be able to get by just fine with that. I save a bit of time next. Didn't quite touch the grass. Even though we are going to hit a bit of a rear drop, I think, in through Parabolica. We'll see. We might just avoid it. We did, but we got a bit of a slower exit. I think maybe because I opted for 4th rather than 3rd, but we're still going to pick up some time and improve. So I'll take that at least. Lap in the fuel number, just check it's still okay. 23 minutes. Yep, that should be more than good enough. Hard tires. Yep. Pole position. How well that's gonna last, who knows, but we'll see. We shall see. Just curious if the ABS light on the dashboard turned on. It does not. Ooh. Agonizing wait. Here we go. Okay start, I guess. Not bad, not great. Big stack up here, though. However, I emerge in the lead. We all survived, I think. I think we were all just playing it super safe through there. Nobody was trying to risk anything. Gotta get back used to hard tire driving. It's way wide here, but that's okay. Not really. The brake slips to reach the area here. I might have just about done that. He's still in it. I don't think you'll get much out of this though, but it's a little too much curb there. It's allowed him to close right up here. I don't think he's going to close up enough to make a move, but probably going to make one into here. worked pretty well. Bit of a compromised entry, but I managed to hold decent enough momentum all the way through. It's killer though. Definitely the weakest part of the track for me, I think, for these two Lesmos. Maybe for Ascari as well. Trying to figure out how to keep the car pointing the right way. And not lose time. That was good though. That was good. Gears out through here. Start grabbing third again, I think. I got that. It's okay. Starting a lot with the rotation through here. Alright, he's closing up a little bit. I think I definitely want to opt to brake in a little bit later into Ascari though. It feels like I brake it a bit too early. So, time it right with the bridge. That feels better. It didn't seem to actually give me anything, and I've gotten... Wait, no! Shit. Fuck this car, man. It's already up into fourth. Slipstream does not help you much down that back straight. Definitely more helpful through like acceleration zones. But once you hit VMAX, it kind of becomes useless. It's helping me quite nicely through here, but oh, he goes way sideways through there. I think the podium is definitely still on. I don't think I was expecting to really take the win, but wasn't expecting to throw it away in those kind of circumstances. However, that has fucked me big time. I didn't realize I'd lost so much time through there. Jesus. Don't have any confidence now through there. Crazy. Ooh, I'm kind of understeering out into him. But we made it. Took a right tuck back in behind. Fighting the traction. Did I clear him? I think I did. Ooh, on the grass a little bit there though. Too busy trying to look in my mirrors to see where he was at. It said I might need to adjust my approach to this. If I fight him, losing out on my chance and catching up to those two. I don't really want to let him go, as per se, but I don't know if he's inherently keen on trying to work with me. So he can do significantly faster laps than I can, just on his own, so... Really gonna run out here though. Get into that slipstream. He's rubber banded a bit. Like that a lot. There he was. Kind of stifled me. I don't know. Gonna get a little bit still. Only a smidgen, but smidgen is more than nothing, I guess. So. Really going over that curve, holy cow. Yeah, Robert not too far behind. I will need to keep an eye out for. Because already caught into field slipstream. Hope is now that he slows up the field just enough so I can catch him. Hey Adam, how's it going? Okay-ish. Me? Tense. He's gonna get a nice big waft of slipstream off of Miko there, though. Ah, that's not gonna help me. However, he might try something silly in the chicane. Will he? Or won't he? No, he's gonna tuck back in behind. Fighting that traction out there. However, Miko's already broken the slipstream, and Phil is even closer. Yeah, I started this race on pole and I made a bit of a fuck up coming out of the Scary. It's put me down to, well, put me down to third, but now fourth, because Miko's been carving his way through the field, as he usually does. I don't think I would have been able to have beaten him, but it would have put me in a much more favourable position too, if luck were to befell me. I maybe could have attacked him or defended harder earlier, but it was only really killing me in terms of catching up with Phil. So it's like, sure, I could sit and I guess I'd be effectively in third either ways, but, you know, if my defense was to break against him, then that would have been miles off, so I figured that I'd try and leverage him. It feels oddly soft to watch an anti-grav footage. Fair enough. I'm running with a bit of damage though, but surprisingly it's not really doing much. But it looks things, so I'm okay with that. Miko's already gotten to the lead, holy bejesus. It's terrible for me out of there. I'm discovering game left and right these past few days. Going through that phase, eh? Going through the racing game dumpster bin. I've been there, done that several times. I'd almost be surprised these days if there's a racing game I haven't heard of more than anything. Because I have been in and out of the dumpster bin for racing games several times. Garrick's fallen back quite a bit, actually. So much the fiddle's getting worryingly close. Just give more time to. Yeah, I wish we all could. King Formula is the one I discovered today. Not sure if I have. I probably have seen it at some point, but it's not. I'm not getting any pictures in my head. If you were to show me a picture, I'd probably remember it though. Maybe not. I mean, obviously, it's impossible to know everything, but I have definitely scoured the interwebs for obscure and weird racing games. I don't even know how I found some of them, like that Cyber Formula game that I played a little while ago. I know like nothing about Cyber Formula. I just randomly stumbled upon it one day. I was like, damn, this is kind of cool. I want to play this. Ooh, if we cook that a little bit, we're good. I'll get on the exit though. That was terrible. Atia is free from Robert, which is a danger. Got 5 minutes left on the clock, so don't know what he'll be able to do, but it'd be a problem. Last three are kind of lying pretty stagnant at the moment though. Oh yeah, I know it comes from there, yeah. I knew that much, I just didn't know that... I haven't watched it, obviously, nor have I really interacted with any other media for it. And here I was presented with some cool-looking early 2000s arcade game built by a third-party studio, and I was like, this seems pretty cool. It was pretty fun to play as well, so... They did make some newer games, that same company, and there are some games for the PS2 as well in that series, but the PS2 ones are more story-focused, so they don't really... The driving's not so great from what I've seen on the pictures, or like videos. Not pictures. And the other ones made by the same company who did the one that I played, I'll be honest, they're not as fun. Like... the tracks and the physics are just not as fluid and fun to play with. The cars are a lot more stiff and rigid, and the tracks are a lot more square and flat. Also, the newest one is on Steam, and it's like £20, which is ridiculous. It is definitely closing. This is not good. I do need to get my ass in gear a bit more. But this is, I guess, I mean, I have blundered this race pretty big time with that crash earlier, but I guess couldn't go worse than last night, so I'll take this as a win. Even if I do end up finishing 5th. I'd like to finish on the podium, but easier said than done. Tia is closing hand over fist. Not good. This is closing out quite a bit. A bit of my backlog here and there. I did a little bit over Easter. Well, I completed one game and then bought another game. So I took one game off my backlog and immediately added another one to it. So overall I've made 0 progress, but hey ho. So New Order is currently one I'm on beside Taylor. But that's pretty good. I've never played it though. Oh, 45 from me. But Petir is just that little bit faster. He's closing to me faster than I'm close to Bill. Holy shit. Oh, it's fucked me on the exit. No, I hit a lag. Spike. Oh. Okay. God damn it, man. I don't know if that was caught in the stream, but I got a frame drop there. I'm maybe gonna lose it anyways, but because this car is an absolute fucker to save, but god damn it, man. Might have blinked, didn't notice it. Be a George Russell sweat incident where it's like, oh, it's raining. I just sweat. I just blinked for a really long time. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the stream to confirm or deny that, but painful. Had a fighting chance there. That first corner was not great though. Bill was slower than I was expecting. Oh well, still better than Monday, so out here hallucinating with the homies, yeah. Fuck, man. Because I don't think it will show on the replay. If it does, that would be hilarious, but I don't think it will. That's the wrong button. I want the replay. Okay, well, awful This race has gone. This week has gone backwards. I think the pattern has been decent race on a Monday, average race in the Porsche, and then terrible race in the 2CVs. So maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna win the 2CV race late. You never know. You never know. I'm probably not. Unless everyone runs out of fuel and I pull a blinder of a strategy. But, I had a decent start, all things considered. Not amazing, but it was good enough to hold the lead. I think we're all just super cautious here. Yeah. We all got through fine, though. Car has not been overwhelmingly friendly to me, though. And there's been twice a race! Fuck off! Last week I spun, like, 3 times, but I don't think I spun on the other races. Here I only spun once as well. I didn't spin earlier on. I just got wide and smacked the wall. Yeah, I was doing pretty decent now. I was holding the lead. I was pulling away, actually. And, I think... Is it this lap? It might be this lap. No, I want to say it lasted a bit longer than that. Oh, yep, no, there we go. It's... That curb bounce really upset. I put it like on point. It's really upset the car, and then I got on the grass, and that threw it out, and then it just didn't want to pull itself straight, so into the wall I went. Toughed up to lose positions twice. Well, I've made a habit of starting. I've actually been doing not too bad in qualifying, which is rare. I'm almost becoming what I swore to destroy, a hot lap diva. Stick it in qualifying, then in the race I fall apart like a pile of sand. I'm a Bottas, I guess. And we could put up to me real quick. Didn't quite get past me here. Ooh, I thought I was just understeering. I was like, oh, I should be try and turn a bit more. Don't want to run him completely off the road. And then we surprisingly matched each other into braking here, so I was just like, okay, well. Big wheel spin there, though, that didn't help. I was too busy looking at my mirror, so I touched a little bit of grass there. Of course, can't really do much through here. Don't really want to anyways. Nothing down here either, though. Plus, they stayed massively close. I had no confidence through there. After that, it's like, I'm just gonna, like, try and stick as close to his rear bumper as I can so I get a nice start off the slipstream. And that paid off. Started rubber banding a bit though, I don't know if you can see, yeah. Which is always, It's the one thing I really don't like of AC netcode, is the rubber banding. I'll try and see if I can stay close enough through here, but you know, I got a pretty bad launch out of there, so I didn't really. It's like you get close to someone who like slipstream, and then they start like jittering backwards and forwards, and you're like, now I can't really do anything. I have to jump out the slipstream earlier than I'd want to. And it's not really anything anyone could stop. It's just AC being AC. Or maybe the SRS servers just hate Finland. Because I mostly have noticed it with... well, I noticed it with Miko just then, but I mostly noticed it with Yari. Maybe some others. I think Lucas actually I've experienced it with a couple of times as well. Where was... yeah, so he's got the front scarp. We were getting pretty close up here, though. I was like, oh yeah, this could be good. Just like closing up. Yeah, hovering in the wings. Did he brake early or did I brake late here? That's what I want to know. I think he braked early. Guess he didn't want to crash into Yari. Yeah, it's right up here. Just... yeah, I don't know if I would have caught that either ways, but it definitely felt like there was a lag spike when I hit that. Have you heard of the Oblivion remaster before? I mean, I know of it now, but I hadn't before. I think it's yet another release they've effectively, like, shadow dropped. Yeah. Bethesda likes to do that these days. I think they're just doing it... I did make the joke that they got the Roman numerals the wrong way around when they did the Elder Scrolls 6 reveal, because that's apparently never coming out, but it likely is there to just try and, like, whet the appetite of people before... well, because Elder Scrolls 6 is taking, like, 1,000,000 years to make. That being said, it's taken so long to make that, like, it's gonna be another Duke Nukem Forever, probably. Where it's like, it's gonna come out, but it's gonna be, like, 10 years out of date in terms of systems and mechanics. And granted, 2000, you know, very different time from them to now. Technological advancements in gaming have slowed, but it's gonna be a game that's behind the times, probably. Running on, like, archaic technology. They haven't started on it. What the fuck are they doing? It's stupid that you would announce a game and then just be like, nah, actually we're not developing it. Unless, like, some kind of shenanigans popped up. But, I mean, they've pumped out games in the meantime. So... this race is going to be a huge kick in the teeth, though. So let me bring up the old results. Ta-da! Well, biggest winner and loser, easy to identify. Biggest winner, Miko. Biggest loser, me. But of course, yeah, Miko takes the win. 144, I didn't see that. Crazy shit. Yari in second. Philip third. Batia in fourth. Robert fifth. Myself in sixth. Robert actually had a pretty decent pace at the end of that, it seemed. And Jim in seventh. Only focus on one main game. Currently, it's their... the name of their space game. Shows how memorable Starfield was. They made such a big deal about that, and then it ended up just being like a huge dud. Which is a shame, because it had the potential to be really cool, and just like, meh. I'm always down for some interesting sci-fi RPGs. But no. Granted, I haven't played it, but from what I've heard, the general consensus is that the game is very meh. So I never bothered. God, yeah. First, third, fourth. Ouchies. Point standings at the start of the European leg. Was I ever close? No, I wasn't close. But my results are sinking, which isn't good. Hopefully in the last couple of rounds I can pick it back up onto the podium. Miko, though, continuing to run away with it. He is now 15 points ahead, which will be very hard to close up unless he has something catastrophic happen. Like, for Yari to beat him, he would need, basically, for Miko to finish last in one of these races, and him to win, and then win again. Which is not going to be easy. Not completely out of the question, but not easy. I'm a bit too far away from Yari as well, unless he has something catastrophically wrong. Me and Robert are only split by 8 points though, so that could still come down pretty close at the end. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Jim is a bit further back, and Mattia unfortunately missed Alabama, so is even further back than that. Donington Park next week, so that'll be interesting. That's one of the... They ran that track in real life, so it'll be interesting to see how it runs in the virtual world. It's not really the kind of track you'd think to drive these cars around, and probably maybe it was a case of the cars getting a bit too quick for the tracks. I don't know. But we'll find out. For now, though, it's 2CV time. And go and bring that up. Up the Steam page of the game I mentioned on Discord. Okay. Apparently the modding scene could be very robust on that game, but why bother? I mean, if the base is good, then it could work out, maybe? I'm speculating entirely here, but I mean, like... If the base of the game is... Oh, shit, wait, hang on. I need to exit. Just remember, though, I still have the multipliers on. Yeah. If the base is, like, really good, then I could see it working out, I guess. If, like... Yeah, that's what I mean, But, like, if there's a good moddable base there that you can build on top of, then it could work. I mean, like I said, I don't know. I've not played the game, so I'm just entirely speculating. Like, maybe a bit of a hot would be just another Fallout 4. Yeah, but I mean, I guess there's some merit to it. And I mean, if you've already spent money on the game, then I guess might as well try and make your life as good as you can be. But I mean, you know, you could almost compare it to AC in a way. Like, let's be real here. The base platform that you get, or like the base that you get in AC as a video game is kind of meh. And while mods don't really rock the planet, essentially, you know, it is essentially elevated AC to this, like, crazy sandbox do-it-everything sim. Okay, clutch can't save me down this hill. You know, so... Yeah, I jumped to AC when I first played, when I went to play PC2, yeah. Like, yeah, while I don't think mods, like, change the fundamental base, like, by a crazy amount, the base of AC is good enough that you can just pile mods and mods and mods and mods onto it, that you can basically do everything nowadays with it. Of course, there's a lot of limitations and a lot of things we have to work around still, but you can do, you know, it's become the sandbox sim. Really. Like, I don't think AC... Like, the more I play AC and the more I've played other sims as well, after playing thousands of hours of AC, the more I realize that AC isn't the greatest in a lot of areas. But AC kind of wins because AC does just kind of work. It's probably one of the easiest to use sims. Except from, I think the only sim I'd say would be easier to use, I'd say maybe is Race Room and Live for Speed. Live for Speed is relatively antiquated menus, so maybe some people wouldn't be too keen on those, but I think it's pretty friendly to use. But Live for Speed loses because it's obscure and it doesn't have a massive content pool. And Race Room, well, it drives like shit and has no modding, so those are the two helpfuls there. AC's modding works well because nothing really needs to rely on everything else. You only need functioning track, cars, and AI. Yeah, track is whack, switch it out, same with the cars, yeah. That's a good point as well, yeah. Race Sim is online only. But I was mostly just saying that, like, Race Sim is easy to use. Like, of course, online only is an extra damning nail in it, on top of the fact that it drives like crap. And doesn't have any kind of modding support, but yeah. That's sort of the three big things I'd say that really holds Race Sim back. Oh, I thought I shot that. But yeah, AC, it's like drag and drop with mods. rFactor 2, sure, rFactor 2 is like the Steam Workshop and stuff, but sometimes you have to go finagling around inside rFactor 2 to actually get the mod to... Oh, Jesus Christ, 4-minute lap time. You have to do a bit of finagling around inside of rFactor 2 to actually get the mod to work properly. Like, it won't be... Like, sometimes it's not fully installed, or you need to install some patch. But AC, it's just literally you just throw it into a folder, and you fire and forget, basically. Which is a piece of piss. I think AC also has kind of ballooned because of the scale of the mods as well. Or the scale of the modding scene. I think AC has always done relatively well with its player base, but I think that's only grown and grown and grown as more and more mods have come out. Which means that it's kind of hard to replace now. Because you have a sim where you have basically the world at your fingertips. You know, despite all its flaws, you effectively have the world at your fingertips. And it's like, pretty much anything else that comes out, it's like, you've gotta build it up to that level again. Which is why I think Kunos have rightfully gone in... tried to take things in different directions with ACC and also AC Evo. But yeah, I'm still not really sure on what their overarching goal of AC Evo is, and I don't think they do either. Oh shit. Okay, no, that's fine. Oh, it's basically server time already. I haven't even completed 2 laps. The setup feels decent though. Oh, I should have slowed down more. Oh no. Ow. We use it almost 5 liters a lap though, and when they came out saying we messed it up. I mean, they did mess it up pretty big time, so they at least got that part right. I am, if we're doing, like, near 4-minute lap times, I think we're gonna be doing, what, 5 laps? 6 laps? Maybe? Status mix reviews. Well, they haven't, I don't think they've actually implemented any of those we messed it up fixes yet, have they? The thing, it's one thing to say, oopsie, we're sorry, we'll fix the game. But then they've actually got to fix the game. It's all good you saying it, but actually doing it is what's gonna fix it. I am, TXR still overwhelmingly positive. I still can't get into the new TXR.
Skin upload failed.
Okay, thanks.
Your skin is larger than 10 megabytes.
Thanks, bossman. They did do a... I will give them some credit, though. I mean, they have obviously been updating the game. There was a while where they kind of just did nothing. But it seemed like they were working on a big update. Would have been nice maybe for a little more communication, because everyone else was just like, oh, well, you know, what's going on, but... And it does seem like they've maybe slightly improved the physics and made them a bit more enjoyable. Problem is, they haven't removed probably what is, like, my main problem with them, and that's that there's this really weird sort of, like, auto counter-steer, that'll basically try and snap your car back straight anytime you get any degree of a slide on, and it's horrible. I think a lot of people who play it don't really... probably aren't as, like, in-depth into racing games as I am, so they probably don't think of it as much of a problem. But I'm always just, like... trying to push it, and yeah, the car just bites back, and it's like, no fun allowed. And I'm like, oh. They also still haven't fixed they haven't changed the progression yet, and I don't know if they will, because the skill tree for progressing everything sucks. Including the maximum amount of money you can carry. Sucks. So, like, I'm gonna... Like, I think most of the positivity towards TXR is because we just don't get games like that anymore, which is the real saddest part about that. We just don't. Not very often, at least, anyways. They do their, like, few and far between. And it's like, it should be celebrated, but at the same time, I think there is still work to be done to make the game properly enjoyable in the long term. And I think a lot of people did just support it because they have even if they maybe don't like the game so much, they're doing it because they hope that Genki will then go and do more. Like, I know a lot of people are hoping that maybe they'll do another drift game. Whether they do or not, who knows. But they've got to finish this one first, so it won't be for a long time anyways. But you don't really feel how uphill this section is until you drive a car like this. It's struggling for any kind of speed up here. Come on, Citroen. You can do it. I wait for the fall. Yeah, I think it's probably a good thing to do. How long that's gonna be, though, I don't know. I think they claimed it was gonna be winter, but I don't know. Was it them? No, I think that was Kunos, actually, who claimed it was gonna be winter, which is even funnier, because I'd say TXR is in a much better state than AC Evo is. No doubt Kunos will push that back, though, and be like, oh, no, actually, it's gonna be, like, fucking 3 years away now. I'll be honest, though, one problem I do have sometimes is, I don't... So, 53% with recent reviews, ouch. One problem I've noticed that I do have, though, in recent years, is that I don't buy into the hype train pre-release. Like, I don't buy into it. I'll see a game and think, you know, this is interesting, like, with, like, TXR, Cyberpunk, Tekken 8, and the likes. And then, like, the game will come out, and then my friends will start playing it. And then they'll share their gameplay with me, and then I'll be like, you know what, actually, this looks kind of fun. And then I buy it. And then I face the consequences of my purchase after the fact. To the point where all three of those games are in a state now that I'm not fully happy with. TXR, I think... Well, we'll have to see how that goes. I don't think they've still released a... I think they're still yet to release a roadmap, though, which baffles me. I'd love to know, like, what their actual plan is. But they might just be ad-libbing it, who knows. Cyberpunk... was good. It got better, and then they were like, oh yeah, 2.0, lol, we're changing everything. For, like, no reason? Oh, okay, back to the pits. I wasn't awfully keen on a lot of the changes they'd made. No. Oh, well, I think they've stopped now, though. Like, they did more than they probably should have. But I think they have stopped now, right? Pretty certain they have. Like, there was a final update, then there was, like, a couple of patches after the final update. So, they lied. But I think they've stopped now. I don't think there has been any in the past couple of months, at least. You never know. Though, I guess. Granted, I don't have the game installed at the moment, so I don't know for sure. Yeah, I think the most disappointing of those 3 games, though, was easily Tekken 8. Fucking... That game was great on launch. And they did some things... You know, microtransactions was the first bad thing they did. Slipping those in after launch, it was like, okay. I thought I'd gotten a clean game. Now you're like, haha. But the game was still fun. And then they did some updates, and it got better. And then they dropped, like, Season 2 and broke everything, and it's like, oh, okay. Thank you, Bandai Namco. It's like, oh yeah, this game is, like, our biggest, like, money earner. What should we do with it? Systematically sink it into the ground. Through terrible updates. It's a cut, which is bad because it's like a 4-minute outlap. Oh well, we should have time for a proper lap though. Thing was though, they announced the changes for Season 2. Oh, Mateo's gone way wide there, and everyone was like, "Guys, this sounds like terrible. Can you not do that?" And then the dev team were like, "Ah, nah, shut up. You can't say shit until you play it." We're just not going to listen to you until you've actually played it. Thinking that everyone would just magically like it when it came out. Everyone hated it, predictably. And they're now like, well, shit. Okay, sorry, guys. 2.2 is the latest update. Yeah, when was that? That was a few months ago now, wasn't it? Because I don't think Cyberpunk really does small updates, but maybe. Oh, never mind. Oh no. Or isn't it like 2.23? The actual final update. I don't know why I remember that number, but that sounds familiar. Jesus Christ. It's like 6.5 minutes of qualifying left and we haven't even finished the first lap. Doesn't count. Robert is the only person with about a lap time right now on the board. Theo got that really wrong. 2.1 was in January. Ah, okay. Mostly photo mode update. The Ratatouille car. A little bump. Not really enough going over that car really gives you that much of an advantage here. Wants a hug, yeah. I'll give him one. We hooked up? I don't think we are quite. I almost feel like I'm stalled out here. We are like locked though. If I pull out, does it actually make me faster? Like your car was aiming for his arms. Shucks. You got me there. It's the one corner that I so struggle with. We're racing and qualifying effectively. Ooh. Okay. Is he gonna pay me back? Come on, pay me back down straight. Yeah. We've had Robert catch up a bit though, which isn't great. Okay, I don't think he's really gonna. I'm just towing them all along now. Can you look back? I want to see the hood. There you go. I don't want to look back for too long though. Otherwise I'm gonna get mauled. Should have stayed in fourth gear. I think we're going to be quite short though at the end here. Oh my god, we're all like stacked up. That's brilliant. Oh, but Teo's losing it. No, that actually worked out quite well for me. I thought he'd had to do it to impose. Teo's going to get a bit of slipstream from B here though. This is hilarious. It's not really getting any slipstream from me, actually. I've actually pulled out of his slipstream range. Damn. It's a surprise. It's pretty ass. Six. See what's he gonna do. Let's go for the push. Yeah. Oh my god, 86 mile an hour. Ugh. Crazy speed. But yeah, didn't realize just how uphill the camel is either. We're pushing like 74. Is he gonna jump out though? He's gonna back out. Terrible for me. I don't really know what the best way to do that corner is. I really nailed that curb. What's he gonna do here? Is he gonna go for the pass or no? He's gonna go for the bonk. That wasn't really a well-connected bonk though. We're gonna get around before it times us out. Ooh, I'm way wide. Ooh, I'm gonna cut him off. I didn't want to do that. Bungled up the gears. Oh no! no. Blowing my lap to smithereens. Come on, get the slipstream. Okay. Must be big, but I'm hoping I gained everywhere else on that lap. And I can just roll in the slipstream advantage. Oh my god. Tandem drafting. I think I lost out there. My line was not good. Yeah, I definitely did.
Skins unavailable. Carry on.
358 hard. However, though, 0.3 liters a lap. We are on full, right? 17 minutes. So we take, I don't know, 20 divided by 3.9, let's say. So 6 laps roughly, maybe 5. We're using 4 liters a lap. Well, this is going to be very interesting. Just for luck, I will need it. I'm full asleep. I'm sure I won't be here. Immediately trying to get that slipstream. I'm going all the way from the outside here. Uh-oh. Not an overwhelmingly great start. Being said, we have kind of broken away from the back group. Oh, I don't know if Rob's trying to come up the inside here. That's very dangerous. Yes. Hard to tell. Okay. He's behind. Let's see what's he gonna do. Is he going to assist, or is he's going for the overtake? I need the assist. We need the assist. Maybe getting a little bit of side draft off him though. We end up losing out more from that, I think. I don't know how people can do this corner though. I can't do it. Oh, Miko's going really wide there though. We have broken away a bit though. Good. If only I had communication with someone. I think I have a bit of a devilish plan. I'm slow through this section, that's for sure. He's gonna give me the push now, he's gonna go around the outside. Bastard. Exploiting my weakness in fucking front wheel drives. I so wish this car was rear wheel. It would have made it so much better. Oh, he's... Why am I so slow? Holy shit. Can't be going, you know what you gotta do. Nope, okay, fuck you. Everybody who I've gotten close to has been like, nah, I ain't working with this. Bitch. They're just taking my slipstream and fucking off. Love it. Yeah, you can actually, no, he's still there. One of his exit speed carried over to the next one. I guess. It's falling behind those two, so maybe there's a chance there. That's better through there. So Yari gets huge understeer through there himself. Miko goes way out to the wall. Tempting though, take a gamble and try and undercut people, but I would love it if somebody would be willing to go with me. So I have a feeling that this race will mend. Pit stop is basically needed here. Not quite sure this is going to work out without one. Especially given people don't seem to be letting up pace, so... I ideally need a car to follow me if I do jump into the pits. Because then we can work together on the exit to really seal the deal. Any of the cars ahead gonna jump? Batia is following him in. I don't know if I'll really be able to do much alongside him, but we'll see. Gotta nail this pit stop. I think 8 should be enough. Because how slow these cars are, the pit delta is less than it would be in others as well. You're really only losing time, I think, here, especially for the amount of time you're stationary in the box. I was running in open air anyway, so nothing really to lose. I think I got this corner now. Gotta sort of blend the brakes and the throttle into the corner. Already in no man's land? I've pit, so me and Mattia jumped into the pits. Mattia is a bit too far ahead of me to really team up though on the exit, but we've both jumped into the pits and made our pit stop. And now I'm just waiting for everyone else to cycle out through theirs. So I was kind of in a bit of a no man's land, so that's why I decided to take the gamble. And hope it pays off. Drop this much back. Well, everyone was relatively close, so pit delta might be more than I thought. Who knows? But I'm pretty certain a pit stop is needed unless you're doing some extreme fuel saving. So, and I mean, like I said, Mattia stopped with me, and he was quite far ahead. I mean, he is still 10 seconds ahead of me, and you know, he's in second to last place. So, I think Jim might have. Oh no, he's taking Jim. The opposite of what Monaco was. Monaco was the problem, was that there was nowhere to run really. But if anything, yeah, I do think the street tracks so far have put on better racing. That's something I would definitely agree with. Rome last week was a lot closer as well, I think. This would be the big question. Where do I blend that relative to the eye? Oh, damn. I must have had a slow pit stop then. Ziari has jumped me. Guess I took on too much fuel. It's telling me I'm almost 5 liters overboard. But it just feels gigantic, yeah. It does. It does. It's a lot better when you're all in a pack. Like, qualifying was fun. Because we're basically all on top of each other, but... No, just nobody wanted to really cooperate with me at the start, so... I kind of just got chewed up and dragged to the back. Really. Which was kind of annoying. When, you know, we maybe could have teamed up and pushed forward, but hey-ho. Being said, the races I do nowadays, I basically never need to do pit stops. So I think I am just kind of weak at pitting. I've gotten rusty. Last week was extra funny as well at Rome, because like half the grid ran out of fuel. Which we're likely not going to see here unless people have gotten their numbers wrong. Because obviously the pit stop, like I said, is pretty much mandatory. And I think if everyone else is jumping in the pits, then you'd be kind of a fool not to yourself. Unless you think you're some fuel-saving messiah. Then be my guest. Okay, I definitely overfueled, I think. I don't really take much time to work out the maths. This is where my downfall kind of came. Oh, next week though, so back to the madness. Okay, in the pits? No, he's not. Don't know if anyone else has jumped to the pits. Rob's in, so that's another place gained. But I threw a lot of time away there on my pit stop. Because I was ahead of Yari, and now I'm behind him. So unless he had an absolutely crazy in-lap, then I don't know. I don't know if anyone's yet to pit, though. I think everyone might have by now. Maybe the top 3 haven't, because they're all on top of each other. And then Mattia be the leader and the pitters. If he's the effective leader or not, I don't know, he might be. That being said, my fuel leader ad is telling me suddenly that the it's now at 1.36 to add, which is interesting. Guessing it hadn't factored in an extra lap, which I think it now might be. Would take us beyond the time limit, which I'm pretty certain we... Ooh, I don't know, actually. Actually, yeah, no, I think we will. because we're still all the way around here. Should throw out that calculator. No, the calculator works. Well, yeah, no, it works. I know how to read it. It's a little bit finicky, and the numbers maybe shouldn't always be taking almost every race you have misleading info. I don't think so. On the first laps, yeah. On the first laps, yeah. That's because it's got to work out averages. Why did I drop the fucking... I'm an idiot. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, on the first laps it always goes wrong, because it's got to work out averages. It's also entirely based on my driving. So... I say this app has saved me more than it's cost me. I know what it's doing. It's down to me to interpret that data in a way that makes sense. And yeah, we're definitely going to get another lap here. Which, yeah, is going to carry us into that bracket. So... There's someone running out back there, or is that just a race? I'm not sure. I guess Mattia and Robert. Is it not? Or Phil, maybe, I guess. I think it's Phil. See, we're gonna hit the time limit. See, a whole extra lap. So yeah, I've got... Does that mean, though? Oh, this could be interesting, actually, though. Because does that mean that others are going to run out of fuel? If they all had shorter pit stops than me, then have they given themselves enough? Because I'm not going to have a lot left. I'm going to have about a liter. Liter and a half. So... Depends on how much people are going to save, I guess. But you can see the gaps have tightened up a lot more now at the front. So they've all pit. Mattia's taken the lead. You start on pit entry or just... I went full throttle. I was underneath the pit speed limit, so... Yeah, I know AC has no penalty. I was under the speed limit anyway, so... I needed to accelerate. Because obviously that entry corner is quite tight. So you have to brake for that a little bit. Well, at least I felt like I had to. If you actually do or not, I don't know. But I think I was just a bit... I was a bit hesitant on the deceleration into the pit box. So that probably cost me like a second or so. And I think also taking on extra fuel probably cost me as well. But we'll see if it was... if people have taken on too little fuel, because if they've taken on a couple of liters less, they're going to have to start saving to make it to the end. There is a losing time, and so is Phil. He's going back up again though, so that might just be real-time stuff. Yeah, from here on out though, it's pretty much all uphill, so... Can't really do any saving from here. So I do a little lift and coast through the final two corners, but it's still uphill, so... interesting to see. I think it might just be my terrible driving, to be honest, in this car. Seems like nobody ran out. Yeah, they were all just faster than me, I think. 352, 353s. .54 for me. But I lost out at the end. Oh, only just. Jesus. Yeah, I only really have myself to blame. I pulled the wrong moves in the wrong places. I mean, the Porsche is me making mistakes. This race was also, yeah, me just... This is more of a calculation race, and I calculated wrong. My driving was also just shit. I cannot do the front wheel drive. It just doesn't work. I probably should have gone up the inside of Rob here, maybe. I don't know. Or, no, I think what I should have done here actually is led off, and... I felt like I had better momentum, so I'd clear him, but... He wasn't really... And we kind of tripped over each other a bit here. And... He wasn't really inclined to give a push here, so I just kind of... It ended up costing him more than anything, I think. Oh, Beaker went way wide there and actually hit him a bit. Oh, crazy understeer. Bungled that and just couldn't really. I bet I could get a bit of it, but no. The slipstream window is so narrow. Of course, yeah, Miko just jumped past. He obviously knew he could just run faster without me than with me, so. Early on, yeah, I got better at it later on. Not to say my driving was great in general, it was still just arse. My brain just can't do the front-wheel drive movements as instinctively. You know, driving a rear-wheel drive car is like walking. But driving a front-wheel drive car is, it's like doing a handstand, trying to move along. I mean, yeah, I don't drive them enough, but the problem is I don't find them fun enough to drive enough. You see, picked a little bit here. but only a very tiny amount. Is to host more front-wheel drive series. Yeah, but I don't want to do that. That's the problem. It's a vicious cycle. Yeah, I had a huge run up to the pit box. I was worried I was going to overshoot. See where Yari's at, though. That's what I want to see. Yeah, he's on his... Oh, shit. He's actually on his own here. I dislike default pit markers. I think they're fine. I don't really have anything against them. I'm used to them, though, I guess, so I don't really bother. Before I did SRS, I used to do... My main racing was like 30-minute races with a mandatory pit. This is a sound marker and exactly when to stop because it's in front of the car. And Batir and Yari jump in. Okay, so entry was about the same. If anything, he was a little slower on entry, I think. Yeah, I think he was a little slower on entry. See what he's like getting into his box. He stays in the lane. I already pulled out of it. I think Batir had. I don't understand. I really didn't seem much quicker, but look at the gap. How did that happen? I'm confused. That must have just been a really shit lap for me then. But was it? Maybe. I don't know. I am lost. Because with Phil though. He gets to the front. I mean, it differs 8 corner markers around the car. Yeah. Well, it's 8 corner markers around the pit box, not the car. It depends on how generous they've been with the pit boxes. As to whether or not, as to how easy or hard it is to fit. But all 3 of them blinked. Then, I guess they maybe couldn't have gone much further though. Would have been a stretch to do an extra lap. There's Batia. Yeah, Batia's coming by now. Caught an absolute blinder. Miko was leaving, but... Miko did come out ahead, but I think Batia he carries more speed out of here. Those 2 behind, but makes it a bit more annoying because you don't need to fully fit into it. I mean, like I said, I'm used to it, so I'm okay with it. Could be lift for speed, but you don't get any pit marker at all. But lift for speed is also weird, where you also don't have an assigned pit box. You can just pull into any box you like, really. So you have to you have to remember which box is yours. If you you sort of do like online stuff. Just park into the middle of it at a 45-degree angle too. I think all 4 wheels have to be in, but I'm not sure. You can't, yeah, you can park in a weird angle. Very close thing these 2 here. I think you can go. He's a bit over the curb. But that's Mattia through. behind having a bit of a jolly battle. Phil and Robert. Ooh. Pull over each other and through here. Ooh. How's this gonna work down here? Neither of them helping each other. They're going fists out. Oh, Phil banked off quite a bit there. It would be impossible to fuel my buses. Oh, okay, that's a good point. But live for speed, you do get funny circumstances sometimes where, like, especially when racing the AI, where you could technically steal an AI's pit box. So it'll be like it's basically like pulling a Ferrari double stack. These two are getting at it. Because one car you pull into the box, and then the other car pulls in behind you. Oh, they were going at it like for ages. Holy shit! This is the battle we want to see. Speed up though, because these cars are really slow. So they're side by side. Oh, Miko doesn't quite eke out the advantage. Still side by side. They can't really break free. Oh, had a bit of contact there. Oh, yeah, it was. Dodgy hitboxes. Mattia trying to barge his way back on track, though. Oh, bit more contact there. More contact again. Holy shit. They're properly going at it. More contact here. Nope. Oh, he's coming up the inside. He does pull ahead. But I guess Miko's gonna let that happen. I think he does. He can pull the slipstream here. Tia tries to cover, but doesn't really get anything. Oh, bit more contact there. And he's gonna take a shot at Citroen. Gives him a little push. I'm guessing he's just gonna go crazy under braking here. Does outbrake him. Oh, but he's gonna outdo himself a bit. Oh. Touch again. Mika holds. Oh, that gear change I think killed it. Yeah. I think Mika would have won anyways, but that gear change I think definitely accelerated the loss here. He was in second. Mika stayed in third. Yeah, that was close though. Good stuff. These two didn't really have anything going on. More than anyone else. Ooh. Well, at least we got to see some good racing. Wasn't from me, but that was some cracking stuff. Results. Oh wait, I haven't got the results up yet. I'm losing all my windows. Okay, here we go. Losing my marbles as well. The Mika wins. Only just over Mattia in second. 351 and 352s. Well, 350. Yeah, he's the only 351. Crazy speed again. 352s from him and Robert, which is pretty good. Robert in third. Only one incident point between the two of them. All those little contacts actually didn't count. One for Rob and one for Yari as well. Phil in fourth, Matteo fifth, Yari sixth, myself seventh, Rob eighth, and Jim in ninth, respectively. Several positions chart, bit all over the place. Some of that is compounded by the pit stops. So, for example, Mattia pit quite early, so he dropped down. And then catapulted back up again. Pulled an amazing undercut. To spring back up. There's a bit of a snakes and ladders leaderboard here. But make things a bit more interesting, I guess. Overall leaderboard, Miko stretches his lead out to 25 points, I think. Yeah, he's 401, 376. Yeah, so 25 points. That's gonna be very hard to tip over. 3 wins in a row after not winning at Monaco. Mattia in second place. Yari in third, only 2 points back, so that's very close between the two of those. Robert in fourth, only 3 points back off of that. So very close between those three over the next 2 rounds, so it'll be interesting to see how that plan plays out between the 3 of those. Myself in fifth, quite a way off. 21 points back. Not really going to be able to close that down. Pretty mediocre season so far. Had a decent showing at Rome, but that was more because I lucked into fuel mileage result rather than driving good. My driving has been shit in this car. Rob only 6 points behind, so it's pretty close there. Phil is 2 points ahead of Mart in the 1 race down club, and Jim not too far behind those two either. So the next couple of races could be interesting. Poe back to the street track chaos, and then we're wrapping it up with a bout of the Nordschleife, which could be interesting. It doesn't get too spread out, but it's not the it's not terribly bad to drive on your own, I guess, in this car. It is a bit of a Sunday drive, so but Poe next week, that should be back to the chaos, I think, which will be interesting to see how that sort of shakes up. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. It was a pretty sloppy week for me all around. 3 shit races in a row. But it happens. So I'm just gonna. But next week I think should probably suit me a bit better. The 3 races that we got coming up. So hopefully we'll see how those go. Because it'll be another Uruguayan track on Monday, as has been the consistent theme, but hopefully not one that's smeared in Vaseline and ice cubes. Donington in the Porsche, which will be interesting, and Poe in the Citroen. Now what? Who knows? I don't really have any post-stream content planned. I did mean to put a poll up asking if people wanted to, or if there was like my brain is going on me. People would be interested in some kind of a more regular post-stream thing, because we haven't done one in a while. Or not anything consistent. But I just naturally say we. It's a one-man show. It is a one-man show. I just naturally say we. I can't help it. No, I was just saying we. want a podcast. Probably about time we did another one of those, maybe. It was a few months ago, I think we did the last one. Maybe. I think it was my birthday, was it not? Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, 5 months ago. So almost half a year ago. Yeah, so... maybe I have to arrange for another one of those. I don't really know if I want to do anything slightly different to that format, though. Or if I just want to let shit run crazy as we usually do. Who knows? But I'll think about it. But I think for here, tonight, just going to wrap things up here. I'll probably be around on the Discord if anyone wants to chill out afterwards, as per usual. But, yeah. For now, that'll be all. So thanks everyone who came around and chatted. Thanks everyone who came up and raced. Looking forward to next week's races. Hopefully I can get a bit more luck in the bag. But, yeah, hopefully we'll have some fun. So, I'll see you all around next week. Adios.